Good evening, welcome. We have a brand new circuit for you, ready and waiting. Once everybody is in the room, we'll tell you what we're going to do, what it's going to look like. We'll show you some of the exercises before we start, but obviously we won't do that until everybody here. It's just about to turn 6 o'clock, so we'll give it a couple minutes before we begin. Good evening, welcome to the Funhouse. If you're just arriving, thanks for coming. Feel free to send us a comment, tell us where you are, who you're with, and how excited you are, ready for new circuits. We'll wait until everybody's here before we take you through what we're going to do. We're going to show you a couple of demonstrations before we begin, just to make sure that we're spot on with a few of the tougher moves before we get stuck into them. So make sure you've got everything ready. If you want, you can grab yourself some weights. If you have them, if you don't need them, all of the exercises are adaptable for body weight, but if you have some resistance, a dumbbell, a kettlebell, or a heavy book or something, then you can grab it and we'll make that work as well. Good morning, good evening to Morag, to the 2Ks, Kerry and Catherine, thanks for coming, good to have you. Just need some space in your mats. If you have any weights, then excellent. Grab hold of them, bring them into the party. There's a few exercises we can use the weights in, but you don't have to use them at all. Even Jennifer, April, Lynn, hello everyone, thanks for coming. So it's just turned 1 minute past, so we'll wait until everybody's here before we get started. Hi Joe, hi Corey, thanks for coming along. Good to have you with us. So the circuit's going to be the same format, 18 exercises with a minute on each and a quick transition into the next one. Just as every week, I'm going to give you a 10-second countdown. Susie's going to demonstrate the next exercise, then I'll tell you when you can jump in and join. Plenty of options to make things easier or harder. The key is always to work as hard as you want. I'm just here to gently encourage you to push that little bit further, that little bit harder, if you need it. It's the first time we've done these exercises. Even if you've been doing circuits for years, the change in exercises is going to make it feel a little bit different and a little bit harder. So just maybe take round one a little bit easier, and then if you feel good, round two you can start to smash it out the park, and then next week we can build again. Before we begin, before we warm up, I'm going to get Susie to demonstrate 3 exercises just to make sure you've got a grasp of what they look like. So when you get to them, you know exactly what we're going to be doing, or at least roughly what we're going to be doing. So the first one we're going to do, we've called it a break dancer. Some people call it a hip opener. Doesn't matter what it's called. It looks like this. So you're going to come into our bear hold position. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips, but knees just off the floor. What we're looking for is we're looking for rotation of the hips, bringing the opposite hand up, dropping your bum down towards the floor, then coming back around into that starting position. Then the same on the other side, okay? Start slow, start small, and build it up, okay? Easier option is to keep the hands flat on the floor and just slightly rotate the hips, bring the opposite knee through, and extend as much as you can. Start with the easier option if you need to, and then build up until you get it. Don't worry, Susie will be doing it for the full minute later on. It'll give you an idea, a clear idea of what we're doing then. Second exercise I want you to have a quick look at is some tricep press-ups. You can thank Lynn for this when we're done. Last week she said she wanted to some tricep workout, so here we go. So a tricep press-up, similar to a normal press-up, but we want to keep the elbows right in close. So I want you to try it on your knees to start with, quite far back. You're bringing your chest forwards down towards the floor, elbows in tight, and then you lengthen them to push away. Easier option. Bring your knees underneath your hips. You're going to bend your elbows, drop them back, and slide your hips backwards, okay? So it's the bending of the elbow here that gets the work into the triceps. We've got to keep them in nice and tight. If we're out here, it's no work. Elbows in tight to get the big efforts. Last exercise I'm going to show you. Me, who am I kidding? Last exercise Susie's going to show you is we're going to call it squat twist. So what we're looking for is a nice deep squat and then a 90-degree twist of the feet, moving nice and quick. This is going to be the last exercise of each round, so you might be burning out by then. Easier option is nice deep squat, and twist to the shoulders and the hips. Down, other side. Down, open up. Take your pick when you get there, see how you're feeling. But the good news is you do have a big recovery after that exercise. Chance to rest before we move into round 2. Okay? If that was all too much to start with, don't worry. We'll go through it again when we get to each exercise. But first, find yourself a bit of space and let's get warmed up. Just a nice easy jog in the spots. Get your legs moving, get your feet moving. Get a bit of the blood flowing and the heart rates up. Whilst your feet are moving, let's give your shoulders a nice big roll. All the way up to the top and all the way back down. Deep breaths in and out. We gradually want to feel that heart rate picking up. Get things moving. We're going to change direction, we're going to bring it the other way. Open up nice and wide, stretch off through the shoulders, through the chest, through the back. And don't forget to do the big old B thing. Breathe, breathe, breathe. One more time. Now we're going to bring the arms down, we're going to shake them out. Start to bring your heels up towards your bum. Just going to lengthen out those hamstrings, give them a nice big stretch as they lift your heels up towards your bum. Don't need to go too fast, not yet anyway. We're going to bring it back onto the toes. We're going to start to bring the knees up in front. First exercise we've got is a little bit of fast feet involved. So let's start to build up a little bit of pace. Quick bounce on those toes, left to right, left to right, left to right. And then we'll bring it back down. Let's hit a couple of squats. So take your feet nice and wide, weight through your heels, sit your bum back, and then stand up. You don't need to go to full depth in the first few. Just go to wherever feels manageable, wherever feels comfortable to start with, okay? Hips back, feet should be flat on the floor, keeping your chest up nice and tall. We're going to go for 2 more here, and then we're going to head into a couple of lunges. So bring your feet together just under your hips, long step to the back, step in and then the other sides. Dropping that back knee down towards the floor, push off through the front foot, loading up that leg that's in front. Posture as tall as it can be, eyes forwards. You don't need to look down at your feet. They're still there, don't worry, they're not going anywhere. We're going to go for 2 more. Last one, bring it back in. We're going to come to the floor. We're going to try out a couple of these tricep press ups. So, grab your mat if you need to. Feel free to start with the easier option. Focus on bringing those elbows in nice and tight, okay? Easier option if you need to is just to slide your hips back, bend the elbows, bring them down to the floor and push it away. If you want to try the harder option, staying on your knees, but bring yourself forwards and down towards the floor and then push it away. Inside of your arm should be running right past your ribs, yeah? Keep it in nice and tight, like you're in a straitjacket. Just 2 more. One more time. And even though we don't have them in the workout, let's do a couple of mountain climbers because I love them. So hop up onto those toes, 1 knee at a time, straight up the middle. Don't need to go fast, just get those hips moving, get a bit of weight through the shoulders. We're going to go a little quicker for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up on your feet. And let's get this party started. Grab yourself a quick drink if you need to. If you've got weights, keep them nearby and I'll let you know when you can bring them into the workout. If you don't have weights, don't worry about it. You don't need them, it's just an option if you have them, okay? So we've got 60 seconds on each exercise. I'm going to give you a 10-second warning. Susie will demonstrate the following exercise and then I'll tell you when you can join in, okay? First exercise, before we start, looks a little like this. We're going to go 1 skater, big jump to the side, and then fast feet back to the start. Big jump, fast feet back to the start, okay? Start small, build up, and then go from there. Right, we ready to rock, team? Let's get this party started in 5, 4, 3, 2, let's have fun. So we want a nice big skater. Susie's headed off to the right, pushing off that left foot, jump across, and then fast feet home, okay? When you land, bend your knees, sit your bum back, land as soft as you can, and then quick feet on the way home. You don't have to jump far, but I want you to jump a little bit if you can, okay? Just a little hop will do fine. We're going to overload this side now, so just focus on moving in one direction and then running back. Jump across and running back. We're going to stay moving this way for the full minutes, and we're almost there, okay? Fast feet on the way back, jump across, quick feet. jump across, quick feet. Right, you've got 10 seconds. Good news is you already know what we're going to do for exercise 2 because you just did it. It's going to be exactly the same move going the other way. You ready? Let's change direction. So this time Susie's going left. One big skater and then fast feet on the way home. First exercise of the night. It's fast, it's going to get the legs moving, it's going to get the heart rate high. But remember, we've still got another 16 exercises to go just to take us to halfway. So pace yourself. Make sure you've got enough left in the tank to get us home. Good quality movements come first and then we add a little bit of speed, okay? How are those legs feeling? They getting a little warmer. We want to generate some heat in here and in here. You're doing really well. We're almost done with this one. Let's finish it out. Bad news is we're not done with the legs, right? You've got 10 seconds to go. Eyes up. We're going to go for 10 squat pulses into 1 squat jump. So nice and low. Hips back 10 times and then on the 10th stand up and jump, land soft. Come on in. Let's go. Join us now. So feet are wide, hips are back. There's a lot of work going into those legs. Try and keep it as consistent as you can. On the 10th, jump up, land soft, straight back into number 1. If you need to stop and shake it out, by all means, go for it, yeah? Your workout, your recoveries, work as hard as you need to, as hard as you can, bearing in mind we've still got a long way to go. On the pulses, get your hips back. We're not leaning forwards, not looking at the floor, chest is up, eyes forwards, big push to the top. Next exercise, I promise you, not much leg work, no leg work at all. We're going to hit the upper body and the core. You've got 10 seconds there, keep pulsing. Susie's going to show you the press up rotation. So just a normal press up, hands wide, elbows go out. We come down and up, we're going to twist to the side. Come and join us now. So it's a combination between a press up and a plank rotation. You can do it on your knees, you can do it on your toes, you can do what you like. In the rotation, let's turn the whole body to the side. Onto the side of your feet, turn your hips, turn your shoulders, back to the middle. Big press up, down and up, turn the other way. So first 3 moves were pretty fast and furious. Now we slow it down, we focus on strength, we focus on control. Chance to bring that heart rate down a little bit. Get your breathing under control. Your focus is range. Good quality movements for not much longer, okay? Next exercise, we're going to be back up on the feet, but you've still got 10 seconds there, okay? We've got another set of squats, so we've got a lateral squat jump, okay? It looks a little like this. So feet apart, so we're going to jump up, side, and land soft. Right, come and join us now. We want to try and make it as consistent as possible. So feet are wide. We want to try and take off both feet together, land on both together. Option is, start in the middle and just go for a lateral stepping squat. So we're going to start feet together, step right, squat down, step left, squat down. That's the easier option if you need. But whatever option you choose, let's get the hips low. Let's get your butt back. We want full range of motion in every single exercise that we do, okay? Jump if you can, using those arms to generate a bit of swing, a bit of height, and get that lateral movement going, okay? We've got a static hold coming up. 10 seconds, okay? Eyes up while you stick with that jump. We're going to come down for a hollow hold. So we're going to be on your back. Knees above hips, arms in line with shoulders. Then we extend out. Come down to the floor. So your focus is lower back. I should not be able to put my hands underneath Susie's back there. That's how hard she's squeezing through the midsection, keeping it down. Easier option is to bring your arms and your legs in a little bit if you need to. Harder option is to lift the head and shoulders and extend yourself out as much as possible. But whatever you choose, make sure your lower back is stuck down to the floor. Imagine somebody's standing on you, yeah? Your back is stuck down, your core is braced hard. That's how hard we gotta fight here. You're over halfway. Try and get your breathing under control. Next exercise is a full-on stretch. so we can slow things down, we can recover there, okay? You've got 10 seconds there. Susie's going to demonstrate the hip flexor stretch, but hold that hollow hold, nice and long, back flat, lock it in. 3, 2, and 1. Roll onto your front, quick as you can. So we've basically got a low lunge. One knee on the floor, nice long step forwards, okay? We're just easing the hips through. And if you want a bit of a more stretch, the opposite arm from the leg that's forwards, lift it up and lean over to the side. This is a chance for you to stretch off all the big muscle groups, but also a chance to breathe, okay? That says a halfway, so swap it over and do the same on the other side if you want to, okay? So we're relaxing the hips forwards and towards the floor, reaching the opposite hand high, and a little lean over to the side, okay? Next exercise, if you have a weight, if you want to add a weight, you can grab a bit of weight for an added resistance just to make the squat press a little bit more fun. If you don't have a weight, so you've got 10 seconds, then just do it empty-handed, okay? So Susie's going to grab onto weights. You're going to hold it in 2 hands nice and high on the shoulders. You're going to squat down and push to the roof. Right, come and join us now. So it's just a squat, but you're going to extend to the roof, okay? If you don't have a weight, just do the same but with empty hands, okay? Even the resistance, the weight that's in your arms, is going to add a bit of work, a bit of fatigue in there. Don't sacrifice the range of motion though, okay? Let's get low. On the way down, put the weight nice and high on the shoulders, extend up to the roof. Sit down, push up. Sit down, push up, okay? If you can, time your movements with your breathing, okay? Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. You're doing so well. We're almost there. Next up, we've got our break dancers, okay? So we're going to take this slow. 10 seconds, eyes up. So it's going to be opposite hand that lifts. We're going to bring that knee through and rotate the hips to the floor until your bum is almost facing the other way. Coming down, join us. Let's give this a shot. So we're doing a full rotation of the body, opening up the chest. If you fall all the way through onto your bum, it's alright. Don't worry about it. Option, keep both hands stuck down. A little rotation of the hips, bringing that knee across. Move however you like, okay? We're trying to keep the knees off the floor the whole time, okay? Taking that leg through, pushing all the way underneath, dropping your bum towards the floor. Try not to let your bum hit the ground. Slower movements, more control. So we're getting a big pivot from front to back with that arm. So chest is facing down, chest is facing up. Right, we've got our narrow press-ups coming for you in 10 seconds, okay? This is going to be a tough one, so take it slow until you get your technique sorted, okay? Focus on bringing the hands under the shoulders, elbows in, join us now. So option, sit your bum back, bend at the elbows and drop them down to the floor, okay? This is a tough exercise, small muscle group in the back of the arm. We want to focus on keeping those elbows in tight towards the ribs, okay? Harder option here. Bring your chest forwards, down towards the floor, and then a big squeeze back up. If you're going this way and you start to do a worm, you start to leave your hips down, you lift your chest first, revert back to the easier option, okay? It's still working the same muscle groups, it's still a tough exercise. This is one we're really going to have to think far ahead for our progression to see how we get stronger and better, okay? But you're almost done. We get 10 seconds here, okay? Hold tight. Eyes up for our alternate low lunge. Back into the legs. That's what you get for saying you don't like my tricep press up. So, low squat to start with. Alternate the back step lunge. Hop on up as quick as you can. Let's go. So we're just alternating the legs. One step back. But imagine the ceiling is this height, okay? If you were to stand up, you'd bump your head. We're going to keep those legs bent the whole time. We want to try and keep the upper body nice and tall. Okay? Turn side on for me. See how that spine. She's leaning forwards a little, but that's fine because that's the position of a nice low squat. But spine is perfectly straight, okay? Keeping the chest elevated, the spine long, keeps the bottom of your ribs off of your lungs, okay? That way we can breathe more, we can get more oxygen in, and we can work harder for longer, okay? You're almost there. Keep it coming. We've got 10 seconds. We're going to go back to the floor, press up position. We're going to go for what we call hot hands. So one hand at a time is going to come up and towards your ribs, supporting your body weight on the other hand. Easier option, take your feet nice and wide. Come on down. You can do this on your knees. You can do this on your toes, but we're just bringing one hand at a time straight up towards the ribs. If you're on your toes, harder option is to have your feet together. Easier option, but still on your toes, take your feet super wide. Give yourself a bigger surface area to work from. However close your feet are, do not let your hips roll, okay? Imagine you're stuck between two panes of glass. If you go side to side, you'll bump into them, okay? So lock in through that midsection. Don't let the hips slide. And focus on that breathing. You're doing so well, team. Keep moving, keep pushing. 10 seconds. Hold on to that hot hand. Susie's going to hop up and show you the next exercise, which is going to be our knee strike. You can grab a weight if you wish. Where weight's going to come up, half step back. We're going to bring the weight and knee together. Come down and join us here. So we've got a half step back, standing knees a little bent. With the weight, we reach high and we bring it down. Feel free to ditch the weight if you need to and move a little faster. Yeah? Same movements. That standing leg is going to take the work, okay? Big effort to stay on this side. If you really need to swap, that's halfway. You can change now if you need to. But let's stay low and work that range. Arms nice and high overhead. Bring the weight and the knee together, okay? Breathe into it. Hold tight. If you change that halfway, get ready to change back. You know the next exercise that's coming. We're going to do this again, but on the other side. 3, 2, and 1. Swap it over. So same exercise, but on the other side. If you swapped it halfway a minute ago, that's fine. I'll just get you to swap again at halfway. Remember, you can ditch the weight at any point you need to. That extension puts a lot of work into the shoulders, which are already squealing after press-ups and rotations and all that fun stuff. But you're doing so well. We have 4 exercises to go after this. 4 minutes of efforts, and then we get a big recovery. You're halfway, 30 seconds. Swap it if you need to. Feel free to grab your weight again if you've put it down, after you've now rested the shoulders. Focus on your breathing. Focus on the effort. You're doing great. Next exercise is heading up. We are going to take it back into a press-up position. But you've got 10 seconds here, okay? We're going to come up for a plank. Extended plank with a toe tap. So, press-up position. Right hand's going to reach through towards your left foot. And then back. Come and join us now on the floor. So the hips are going to come back and up. You're going to reach your hand towards your opposite foot. Let's take this super slow, okay? This is a chance for you to get your breathing under control, to rest the legs, and kind of rest the shoulders a little bit. So move slow. We're aiming to reach towards your toes, but you might not necessarily touch your toes, okay? And that is fine. It is just that movement that we're looking for, the extension through the shoulder, reaching across, and breathing hard, okay? We've got 3 exercises to go. You're doing so well. Next one, Corey knows this is one of my favorites. It's a seated twist. If you want a weight, you can grab a weight. 10 seconds, eyes up. So you're going to be sitting on your bum. Weight in 2 hands, or hands just 6 inches apart. So we're going to go side to side. Come and join us now. Let's rock and roll. Lift those feet if you can. Feet off the floor, balancing on your bum, and keeping that spine super long. Your main focus is the range of motion, okay? We want to get that weight as close to the floor as you can without bumping your fingers on the ground. Feel free to drop your feet down, leave them on the ground, and focus on that range, that quality of movement, okay? Just got 2 exercises to go after this. 2 exercises, and then we get a big recovery. So keep pushing, keep working, you're doing super duper well. because I'm such a nice guy, we are going to do another core exercise after this. But this one, we get to do on your elbows. 10 seconds, okay? We're going to do a plank jack. So we're going to come onto the elbows and the toes. We're going to jump the feet out and in. Option to step 1 foot at a time, okay? So plank position, both feet out and in. Come down, join us on the floor. So keeping your butt low, 1 foot at a time. Option is out, in, out, in. Keeping your bum down. You can do this on your knees as well if you need to, okay? Whatever option you need to keep moving. Bum down, shoulders forwards, out, in, out, in. Jump if you can, step if you need to. You're halfway. You got 30 seconds to go, and then we hit our final exercise of round number 1. Try and keep yourself forwards as much as you can. I know it's tempting to lift your bum up to put the work into your shoulders, but let's load up that core, okay? You're doing so well. Can you give me another 10 seconds there before we hit our squat twists to finish? Sweaty elbows means you're working hard. So, plenty of options here. We're going to squat, and if you can, a 90-degree hop to the side. Come and join us now, up on your feet. 1 squat, 1 90-degree turn. 1 squat, 1 90-degree turn. Easier option is a squat and just a twist through the shoulders and through the hips. Deep squat, twist the other way. Your option, your choice, but this is the last exercise of round number 1. You have a big recovery on the way. Low in the squat, turn back. Low in the squat, turn back. When you turn, you land in the middle, like you're snowboarding, like you're surfing. Get low, be aggressive, be surfing, be cool. Hands out, you know. Let's have some fun. 20 seconds to go, you're almost there. Dig deep, push it on. Easier option if you need to is just to twist from the shoulders and the hips. Final 10 seconds, okay? Dig deep, push it on, earn that recovery. Everything you've got for 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Woo! Nice work, team.
Woo!
Grab yourselves a quick drink. Breathe. Reset. First round done. Second round coming. Second round coming. You got 2 minutes. 1 minute and 40 seconds before we start the next one, okay? So take your time. Bring it all under control. Your breathing, your heart rate, let it come down. Recover as much as you can before we do it again. So I said at the start, maybe take it a little bit easier so you learn the exercises, you see what's coming, and you make sure you've got enough juice to get us through round 2. Hopefully you're paying attention. Hopefully you're working hard and you're enjoying it. We will show a couple of options for some of the core stuff because shoulders are saying ouchies. Sounds like you're working hard, which is good, what I love to see. We're going to do it all over again in 1 minute's time. Okay, so reset as much as you need to, fill up your juice, grab yourself a little towel if you're sweating, and let's get ready to do it again, okay? Same 18 exercises, working nice and hard. The weights are still optional. If you've got them, you can use them, or you don't have to. You don't need to. Totally up to you. So, 30 seconds to go. First exercise was our lateral skater, and then our fast feet back. We're going to do a minute going one way, and a minute going the other way. Jennifer says that she thought the break dancer had gone on further. Well, Jennifer, you know you've been to circuits tons of times. You know I'm not very good with looking at the clock and telling what time it is, so I may be wrong. Right, we're going to get started in 10 seconds, so game faces on. 1 big jump, fast feet home. We go 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go, team. 1 big step, 1 foot, and then fast feet on the way home. Even the pros get it wrong occasionally. So we're going to stick with this way for 1 whole minute. Big push off the outside foot over here. Land soft and then fast feet on the way home. Remember, you're working as hard as you can, as hard as you want to, okay? I'm just here to make it a little more fun and a little faster if you feel up to it. If you need to stop and breathe and shake, then that's totally fine. take a recovery if and whenever you need to. Okay, but we're almost done with this direction. You've got 10 seconds, now we're going to change it up and we're going to go the other way. Okay, so exactly the same movement, going in the opposite direction. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Jump across, fast feet on the way home. Jump across, fast feet on the way home. Working those legs like they haven't been worked since we started this workout 20 minutes ago. That heart rate should be way back up towards its top after that recovery, which is good. Let's try and keep it there for as long as possible. First 3 exercises are very leg dominant, a lot of quad work going on, and that's good. Big muscle groups take a lot of calories to fuel them, so if we work them hard, then it's an excellent way of burning a lot of calories in a short period of time. Feels like we've been doing this for ages. That's because you have almost 2 whole minutes. You have 10 seconds to go. We're going to go 10 squat pulses, 1 squat jump. Try and transition straight from the pulses into the jump. Come on down. Join us now. Join us? Who am I kidding? Join her. I'm just going to stand here and talk. Nice deep pulse. Try and keep the chest up. It's very tempting just to let the chest fall and lengthen the legs. Sit your hips back, keep your chest elevated, and breathe.
That's tough.
Legs cooking?
Yeah.
Good. That's what we want. Feel free to swear in your own home, not on live TV. You can even swear at me if you like. It's okay, I don't mind. I can't hear you. Hot in here is a good thing. Next exercise, we're going to be on the floor. We've got some press-ups coming for you, but not yet. You've got to stick with that burn. Push on through it. We've got our press-ups with a rotation, our wide and normal press-ups. 10 seconds. Stick with those pulses and eyes up again just for a quick demo. Hands wide, down and up. We rotate. Come on down. Let's go. So press-ups on your toes if you like, or on your knees, totally up to you. You can do the press-ups on your knees and the rotations on your toes if you need to. That's totally fine. Or you can do the press-ups and the rotations on your knees. Pick whatever option suits you best. If the press-up is aggravating any shoulder injuries, just do the plank rotations, or just hold a static plank as well. Take whatever option you need to suit any injuries or sore bits you may have your workout. Make it work for you, okay? Slower exercise, chance to breathe, get it under control. You're almost there. Good news is we're going to go back into the legs in 10 seconds time, okay? We've got a lateral squat jump. We're going to go side to sides, 2 foot takeoff, 2 foot landing. Come and join us now, quick as you can. Landing as soft as you can. Bend those knees, sit your bum back and use those arms to generate a bit of height. Option is a lateral stepping squat. So feet together in the middle, step out, step in. What kind of right-handed person goes left the first time, right? Sit your bum back, feet flat on the floor, keep the chest up. Option if you like, or you can stick with the lateral jumps. Entirely up to you. Your workouts, make it work for you. Next exercise, we've got a static hold. We've got our hollow hold on the way. Chance to breathe. You've still got another 10 seconds before we get there. So stick with those jumps, make them big before you hit the floor. Okay, you're going to be on your back with your knees and your arms above your hips and shoulders. And then you're going to extend out, okay? Join us now. Let's go. So get that lower back down. Lower back stuck to the floor. Harder option is to lift the head and shoulders and to lengthen out as much as you can. Feel free to drop the head and shoulders and just focus on the length of the legs, okay? Because that leverage there is going to try and rotate the hips, trying to lift your back, but we don't let it by keeping the abdominals strong and squeezed into the floor. Think about the distance between your bottom of your ribs and the top of your hips, okay? We want to keep that distance as short as we can. If we lengthen it out, that's because the back is arching and we spread the abs too far, okay? Lock them in, pull them in tight, flatten out that back, big squeeze. You're almost there. Get on through it. Next exercise is a big old stretch. We're going to our hip flexor stretch in 10 seconds. Flexor stretch just now, okay? Quick as you can, 1 foot through, lengthen out. Remember, opposite hands. Reach up, and then a little lean over to the side. You can swap, you can stay on the sides. That is us halfway through this minute, okay? If you're finding it tough, that is good, but make sure you've got enough juice to get us through to the end. We're just about halfway through round 2. It's meant to be tough, but it is a new block of exercises, new things we're asking you to do, which is always going to be harder. It's always going to challenge you a little bit, okay? 10 seconds, and we're going to hit our squat press. Weight or no weight, it's entirely up to you. Deep squat and extend the arms overhead. 3, 2, 1, let's rock and roll. So weight up nice and high, or just the empty hands, and extend to the roof, okay? You don't have to hold the weights, you can still push the arms up nice and high. If you can, if you're not breathing too hard, let's time your breathing with the movements. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Feel free to slow down your movements, or speed up your movements, to make them meet your breathing, okay? You're doing well. Good exercise here to get everything cooking. Next exercise, we're going to go back into Jennifer's favourite. We're going to hit the break dancers that feel like we're doing them for 2 hours, okay? Option, if you don't like them or they hurt your shoulders, is just to hold the bear hold position, okay? 10 seconds. Susie's going to show you what we're going to do. We're going to get into that bear hold position, knees off the floor. One hand lifts, opposite knee comes through, drop the hips to the floor. Come down and join her now. Take it slow, okay? So we want a full rotation through that shoulder. Shoulder faces the floor, then we open, nice big twist. If that's too much, you can either reduce the range by keeping the hands down and just bringing the knee across, or you can just hold the bear hold position, okay? Any option will still make you work. So take your pick and let's get it done. How are we feeling? Is this a recovery exercise or is it actually still quite hard? Yeah?
Yeah.
Good. Glad to hear. Keep breathing. Keep moving. We love taking requests. And this one specifically, well, not so much, but came from Lynn. Tricep push-ups next. You get 10 seconds, okay? Elbows in tight. So you're inside of your bicep, right in against your body. Whatever you're doing, tuck them in tight. Plenty of options, okay? Come on down, let's go. Options make it easier. Slide your bum back, drop your elbows down to the floor. But keep your elbows in tight, okay? So we come from here to here. Harder option, bring your hips and your whole body forwards. Elbows still in close, and then we drive away. It's this bend in the elbow here, keeping it tight in, that works along the back of the arm, okay? Halfway, 30 seconds to go. A really difficult exercise, but one, if you stick with, you will start to see a lot of progression. So try the harder option for a couple of exercises, a couple of repetitions, then revert back to the slightly easier option. Feel free to sit back and shake it out, and then jump in for a couple more. 10 seconds to go. Stick with those tricep push-ups just a little longer, and Susie's going to show you the low alternating lunge. So we got a little bend in the knees, one at a time, step back and step in. Come and join her now. Let's go, quick as you can. So you see how she's staying low. She's keeping the knees bent, hips back, ready for action. If she needed to, she could launch forwards and run 100-meter sprint. But she can also drop back to load up those legs. Good posture, chest up, ribs lifted. If we drop the back, we push your ribs into your lungs. We decrease the amount of space that your lungs have to fill. So lift the chest, lengthen out that spine, and fill those lungs right to the very bottom of their maximum capacity. The more you breathe, the easier it is. Just a general rule of life, to be honest. 10 seconds and we hit our hot hands, okay? So we're going to come back to the floor. One hand at a time, straight up towards your ribs. On your knees, on your toes, feet nice and wide, whatever you like. Let's rock and roll. Hit the floor, quick as you can. So, body completely still. Shouldn't be moving. The only thing that should be moving is one hand. That's it. Nothing else. Option, take your feet super wide, or bring your knees down onto the floor and do the same movement, okay? Whatever you choose, your hands should be right underneath your shoulders. You're just pulling that elbow back, putting it back down. Slow, controlled movement to work through the core, and also a chance to catch your breath a little bit, okay? Good news is you're well over halfway through round 2. We've got 6 exercises to go before we hit the finish. The next 2 we're going to move fast, we're going to get that heart rate back up. We've got our knee strike coming for you in 10 seconds, okay? Stick with the hot hands. But get ready to grab a weight if you like. So arms up, one knee back, one foot back, and then bring the knee together. Come on up, let's go. So as long as you can be, and then almost a little standing crunch to bring the weight and the knee together, extend out. A lot of work going into the shoulders, okay? Option, get rid of the weights. Or reduce the range. Keep the arms bent if you need to, and just go for a little extension. It's entirely up to you. But if you can, let's stay on this side for the full minute, and then we'll do the other side for a full minute. If you need to swap, swap now, because that's halfway. Alright, tough move. It's going to burn out those legs and those shoulders. But we get 2 for the price of 1. Or really 2 for the price of 2, because you're going to do the other side in 10 seconds time, okay? Get ready to change it over. You can take a little second or 2 to swap if you need to. 3, 2, and 1. Other side. As long as you can. So kick that foot back, reach up high, and this standing leg, we keep it bent. Hips are back a little bit, because if we lock out that leg, we're not very stable. If we bend that knee, we're much more stable, we're much more powerful, we're in control. Ditch the weight if you need to, and keep on moving. Without the weight, you should be able to go a little faster, but you don't have to, okay? Whatever pace you like. 4 exercises to go after this. You've done so well to get here. We've just got 4 minutes, and then you're done. What is 4 minutes out of the whole day? It's hardly anything. So let's dig deep. Let's make these last 4 exercises the best 4 of the day, okay? We're almost done with this one. We're going to hit the floor again in 10 seconds time. We're going to do a plank toe reach, okay? So you're going to be in the plank position on your hands. One hand towards your opposite foot. Come on down, let's join us now. Slow everything right down. All about control. Right hand towards your left foot and back. Hips come back and up. Lengthen out the back of these legs. Extend through the arms. So if you can, get a nice straight line from hand to shoulder to bum. Reset and go again. Drop onto the knees. Take a shake if you need to. Recover as much as you like. We only have another 3 exercises to go after this. We are heading home. We are almost finished. You just got to push on a little bit harder, okay? I know it's hurting. I know you're burning, but that's good. You get to sit down after this. We've got our seated twist coming in 10 seconds, okay? Weight or no weight, entirely up to you. We want to work on the rotation, okay? Feet up, feet down, your call. 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Range. Get those hands as close to the floor as you can. Emphasize that twist. Feet up, feet down, your call. But try and stay up. Try and keep that spine nice and long. Don't arch the back, because that puts too much load into the lower back. This is an abdominal exercise, not a lower back exercise. So keep that chest elevated and work that rotation. Halfway, 30 seconds to go. You're doing great. You're working hard. We've got 2 more exercises after this, 2 minutes, and you're done. Keep moving, keep pushing. Let's get across that finish line. Let's sprint through the finishing tape. You have 10 seconds, and we're going to have our plank jacks, okay? So we're going to have to put elbows and toes together, and then we're going to jump the feet out one at a time, okay? You can also step the feet. It's entirely up to you. 3, 2, and 1. Come on to your front. Let's go. If you can, jump the feet. If you need to, step 1 foot at a time. But keep your shoulders forwards. Keep your bum down and lock in through that midsection. Breathe. Breathe as much as possible. Feel free to alternate between the jumps and the steps. You can also do this on your knees and just step 1 foot out at a time, okay? 30 seconds to go. You're doing so well. We just have one more exercise to go after this. See if you can push this one a little further, a little faster with that jump. The last exercise is all about the legs, and you've got 10 seconds, okay? We've got our squat twists coming real soon. Squat, snowboarder, or surfer, whatever you like. 60 seconds and we're done. Hop on up. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Deep squat, quick turn. Deep squat, quick turn. If you don't want to jump turn, just twist through the shoulders, twist through the hips. Okay? But this is it, team. This is the final exercise. You have 40 seconds to finish. That's it. 40 seconds and you're done. Let's make it count. Let's give it everything you've got. Earn the recovery that we get at the end. Good depth in that squat. Hips back and drive the hips up and forwards. Less than 30 seconds. You're doing so well. Let's just push on a little bit more. You have 20 seconds on the clock here, okay? Let's hit those jumps if we can. A little burst of speed. Accelerate across the finish line. You have 10 seconds to take it home. Keep moving, keep pushing, grit your teeth, keep going. You've got 4, you've got 3, 2, 1, and done. Woo. Nice work, team. Very, very well done. Give yourself a wee clap. Woo. Give your workout partner a high five. Woo. Give me a high five. Very well done. Go grab yourselves a quick drink. Breathe. Woo. Super duper effort. That is a really tough selection of exercises. A lot of press ups and plank variations, so a lot of work through the shoulders and the upper body. But there's also a lot of squats going on too. So well done on making it to the ends of both rounds. As we do them more and more each week, you'll progress more, you'll feel how you're getting stronger and better at those exercises, and we can watch that progression, we can enjoy that progression as we go on. Take your time, just breathe, grab a little drink, we'll get a stretch real soon. Be proud of what you've done, be proud of what you've achieved over the last 40 minutes. Tough, tough exercise, but that's it done, and nobody can take that away from you now. When you're ready, find a little bit of space on the floor. Just give your arms and your legs a little shake. And then take one arm across the front of the body. And give your shoulder a little stretch. Just breathe. Slow it all right down. Bring that breathing under control. Keep your shoulders square. And then when you're ready, the other sides. You can stretch in your own time if you like, but make sure you do stretch to help the body recover, ready for tomorrow. Bring your fingers together in front, drop your chin onto your chest and reach your hands forwards to stretch out through the upper body. And then from there we're going to roll the shoulders up, we're going to bring your hands together behind you, just above your bum. Then you're going to pull your hands away from your bum and you're going to stretch out through the shoulders. See how much more flexible she is than me? I get my hands like 2 inches away from my bum. From there, grab a foot. So the point of the story is, don't feel bad if you can't stretch as far as Susie can. We're all different. We're all stronger, weaker, more flexible, less flexible, whatever. So stretch for you, not based on what she can do. Because she's quite good at this. I'm not, that's why I don't do it.
I think you should do it next week though.
Knee right under the hip.
The whole circuit.
Knee right under the hip, keep your hips forwards. Susie didn't say anything at all. When you're ready, the other side. Standing up nice and tall. Breathe. Relax. When you're ready, take that foot, step it forwards. Sit your bum back, hand on the bent knee, other leg nice and long, and then bring your toes up, take a stretch into your calf. And then the other side when you're ready. So that's standing knee, the one with the bend in it. That's where you put your hands, other leg nice and straight, and then bring your toes up. And then when you're ready, stand up, give it a big old shake. Bring your hands together, give yourself a round of applause. You did super duper well. Thank you so very much for coming and joining us on your Monday nights. You earned your dinner, you've earned a little bit of recovery, so go on and enjoy it. We're having turkey bolognese for dinner. Let us know what you're having. Let us know what you're doing for the rest of the week. We got some classes for you tomorrow lunchtime. Susie's got one tomorrow night.
Yep.
So hopefully we'll see you soon. Very well done. Keep up the good work. Take it easy.